Alrighty, I'm going to try and make this review as constructive as possible because while I was playing the beta, I got pretty mad.
I will drive over and play basketball right now. This is fucking horseshit. Alright, let's go fucking play basketball. Fuck this dog shit ass game.
Alright, so I hopped into the beta and I was met with the most confusing UI I think I've ever seen. Keep in mind, 3,000 people worked on this game, and Infinity Ward touted that fact. I don't know why. I don't know why they think that means anything. I don't care about, ooh, we have this number. The thing is, they somehow managed, with 3,000 people, to make the worst UI Call of Duty has ever had. And now, I may be sounding a little harsh on the game because it's a beta or whatever, but when's the last time a Call of Duty beta has really varied from the actual game? It's been a long-ass time. I know the Black Ops 4 beta was basically the same game. I know the Cold War beta. I know the MW 2019 beta. And I didn't even play Vanguard. Basically, for the past 4 or 5 years now, the betas have been exactly like the games at release, so I'm not hopeful for a more understandable UI. But you're not here for me to talk about a damn user interface. Let's talk about the gameplay. The thing is, Call of Duty is having an identity crisis right now that is completely plaguing the game. It doesn't know whether it wants to be a hyper-realistic or an arcade shooter, or whether it's supposed to be hyper-competitive or casual. I'll explain more of that later, but this is the main thing that just plagues all of Call of Duty right now. So, the graphics, you know, they look great, at least from a spectator standpoint. They look fantastic. Nice and polished, they look beautiful, whatever. However, in practice, when you're actually playing, the visibility, because of the lighting, is abysmal, and there are plenty of particle effects that completely ruin the gunplay. So, visibility in this game, it's just atrocious. There's no enemy player tag thing that pops up, like in every other Call of Duty. Whenever you aim down sights on an enemy, or I think even have them in your crosshairs, they're supposed to have like a little red name tag pop up to show you're looking at an enemy. For some reason, with the visibility being even worse than in normal Call of Duties, they decide to take that away. I don't know why. I'm not even going to try and argue. On top of this, people, for some reason, were moaning about the movement. Ooh. I think the movement's fine. I think that's the one thing in this game that's totally fine. It's not egregiously slow or egregiously fast-paced. I think it's decent. However, that's about all the positive things I have to say about the game because, oh boy, gunplay. Let's talk about the guns. So, first of all, what the hell is the weapon recoil? The thing is that the weapon recoil isn't even bad. It's just the way the gun models shake looks like an epileptic kid at a 4th of July fireworks show. I don't know why it kicks so much. This is where I bring in the hyper-realistic thing. I can't see what I'm shooting at because it's like, ooh, we want to make it realistic, even though if you've ever shot a gun before, guns don't move like that when you shoot them, and if your gun moves like that when you're shooting it, you might want to not shoot a gun ever again. This is where I just start to get confused. Because not only does the visual recoil kick like hell, even though the guns don't really have that much recoil, the gun smoke, Jesus Christ. I literally cannot take gunfights further than 15 feet away because of the gun smoke. It makes long-range gunfights, and I say long in quotation, like even medium-range gunfights, it makes them impossible to take, as you're basically just hoping to God you lined up your shots and that you get the kill somehow, because you cannot see anything. The combination of the gun smoke and muzzle flash from the gun, and the ungodly amount of particle effects from your bullets hitting whatever surface they land on, it just completely blinds you. And if you think I'm crazy, here's this great clip to show you what I'm talking about. So as you see in this clip, even the first gunfight, although you can see I controlled the gun perfectly fine, I couldn't really see what the hell I was shooting at. I'm just glad I knew how to control the gun's recoil because boom, like what, 3 bullets and he's dead? But then the second gunfight, this is just abysmal because me and the dude who's up on that ledge, we both shoot at each other. I know where he is at first until I start shooting and then he disappears. But he also starts shooting at me and then I disappear on his screen, I'm sure. And the thing is that there's so much gun smoke, I don't even see the dude in front of me who ran right in front of my face and sniped me. That just shows you how terrible the visibility in the game is because of the gun smoke. I don't understand what the hell they're trying to accomplish with this. It doesn't look good, it serves no function, and it makes the game so unbelievably miserable to play. On top of visibility being abysmal, the sound in this game is something else, because dead silence is not a perk. You earn it through the game, and even then, I can still hear people's footsteps from 2 walls away. It's absurd how loud footsteps in this game are, which just encourages camping, just like the doors and other terrible map design changes that have been implemented into the Modern Warfare series. But this is where I bring everything back to the identity crisis, because at the core of everything, every issue is multiplied by a magnitude of 10 because of skill-based matchmaking. Now, I understand protected brackets, yes, the bottom, like what, 5-10%? If they're struggling like hell and they're just not having a good time, I get that. That's been implemented in the game for over a decade, for Christ's sake. That's never been an issue. That's not what anyone is saying to get rid of. What we're saying to get rid of is skill-based matchmaking for anyone who's not in those protected brackets. Because you don't get rewarded for playing better. If anything, all you do is get punished. And to nail this point in, you can go and watch my older video of how I was quote-unquote #1 in Cold War. All I did was abuse the skill-based matchmaking system. I just got the #1 rank in suicides on Xbox. That allowed me to drop a nuke with the Barrett 50 cal, which at the time was by far the worst gun in the game, which just shows you that skill-based matchmaking is awful. It's atrocious. You can abuse it, it just creates more problems than it solves. That's all it does. Now, the thing is, if you want to implement skill-based matchmaking, throw it in a ranked playlist, for God's sake. I don't understand. It can't be that hard to make a ranked playlist and incentivize people to play it. Siege does it perfectly. They give you a little charm on your gun for whatever rank you were to show off, hey, this was my rank for this season. Now, Call of Duty, they should amplify that by 10, because there are a lot more skins, there are emblems, there are calling cards. Give people good skins, good calling cards, good emblems, give them something good for playing ranked. And boom, all the sweats will go play ranked because they want to get the rewards and show, look at me, I'm a sweaty little bitch. I don't understand what's so hard to grasp about that concept. It just makes me mad. Oh my God, because it just ruins Call of Duty. Because Call of Duty doesn't know what it wants to be. Let's throw in skill-based matchmaking in a quote-unquote casual game so that we make every game competitive. That's all it does. It's an oxymoron to say that we're going to add skill-based matchmaking to a casual game. Like, ugh. So yeah, as you can see, I did not have fun. I did not enjoy it. I'm not hopeful. I'm definitely not buying it at launch. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe Infinity Ward will decide, yeah, we'll listen. Even though, as we saw in the beta, that they decided not to listen. And I forgot to mention that too. Jesus! Oh my God, that pisses me off even more. They took away red dots from the map. Good God! So now there's just there's no reason to run a suppressor. Oh God. It used to be, you run a suppressor, you lose your damage range, but guess what? You don't appear on the minimap. It was a trade-off. Now it's just, you lose damage range, and you're quieter, I guess, in a game where everyone can hear each other because the footsteps are so goddamn loud. You can hear people on the opposite side of the map stomping around. Yeah, I'm not hopeful that this game is gonna be successful or enjoyable in any regards. We got a company with 3,000 employees with their heads so far up their own ass they can't hear themselves talking. Just that entire team takes zero feedback and implements zero things that the community actually wants. So, anyways, if you enjoy this beta, if you enjoy this game, don't let me ruin this for you. Go ahead, play the game. I'm not going to stop you. But that was my review. I'm going to go fuck myself. Peace.